The lecture hall of the Galactic Academy's Combat Theory Wing hummed with the soft bioluminescence of its occupants. Students from 17 different species filled the crystalline seats, their various forms of note-taking, creating a symphony of clicks, whistles, and electromagnetic pulses. In the back row, Maya Chen sat perfectly still. To the Velk students nearby, her stillness was unnerving. Their species communicated through constant motion, and they found the human statue-like posture deeply disturbing. To the Korin, whose respiratory systems required them to shift positions every few moments, her motionlessness seemed physically impossible. Professor Thexilan, a towering Karathi warrior with 4 arms and chitinous armor that had survived 3 planetary wars, paced the front of the chamber. His reputation preceded him. He was the combat master, the one who had trained champions, the warrior who had never been defeated in single combat. Combat, he declared, his voice resonating through the translation implants every student wore, is the ultimate test of will, strength, and strategy. Today we will demonstrate what separates prey from predator. His compound eyes scanned the room, settling on Maya. The human girl hadn't moved in 47 minutes, not even to adjust her posture. You, Thexilan pointed one of his 4 arms at her. The Deathworlder, come forward. A ripple of shocked whispers spread through the hall. Deathworlder, the term the galaxy used for species from Class 12 death. Worlds, planets so hostile that merely surviving, they required adaptations that most civilized species found horrifying. Earth was classified as one of the worst. Maya stood smoothly, her movements economical and fluid. She walked down the steps with measured grace, and several students instinctively leaned away. They had heard the stories. Humans could survive radiation that would kill a Velk in seconds, toxins that would liquefy Korin organs, and atmospheric pressures that would crush a Karathi's exoskeleton. I will demonstrate proper combat stance, Thexilan announced. The human will attack me with full force. Do not hold back, Deathworlder. Show these students what your kind brings to combat. Maya reached the combat circle and stopped 3 meters from the professor. She didn't assume any fighting stance. She simply stood there, hands at her sides, looking at him with dark, calm eyes. Well? Thexilan demanded. Attack! No thank you, Professor, Maya said quietly. The hall went silent. No one refused Combat Master Thexilan. His mandibles clicked in what might have been amusement or anger. You are afraid? Your kind boasts of their Deathworld origins, yet when faced with a true warrior. I'm not afraid, Maya interrupted gently. I'm just choosing not to. Thexilan's posture shifted. His 4 arms spread wide, displaying the scars of 100 battles. Then I shall demonstrate what happens to those who lack the courage to fight. He lunged forward with the speed that had made him legendary, all 4 arms positioned for a grappling technique that could immobilize a battle mech. In the Karathi martial tradition, he was performing a flawless execution of the crushing star maneuver. Maya didn't move. She stood completely still as 3 tons of armored Karathi warrior bore down on her. Students gasped. Some turned away, unable to watch what they assumed would be a brutal lesson. Thexilan's claws closed on empty air. His momentum carried him forward, but somehow Maya was no longer where she had been. She hadn't stepped aside. The movement was too minimal for that. She had simply adjusted. A slight weight shift, a subtle rotation of her hips, and the professor's perfect attack found nothing but space. He spun, confused, and attacked again, and again, and again. Each time, Maya made the smallest possible adjustment. A turn of her shoulders, a slight bend of her knees, a tilt of her head. She never raised her hands, never took a fighting stance, never moved her feet more than a few centimeters. But Thexilan couldn't touch her. After the 7th failed attack, the combat master stopped, his breathing heavy, his chitinous plates gleaming with exertion. How? You're not even trying. You're barely moving. Maya's expression remained peaceful. That's the point, Professor. You're teaching these students that combat is about strength and aggression, but you're fighting yourself more than you're fighting me. Every attack you make, you've already committed to. You've already decided where you'll be. I'm just not being there. She finally moved with purpose, walking slowly around the circle. Every eye in the hall tracked her. On Earth, she continued, we have a saying. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. You wanted to demonstrate what separates prey from predator. But you're wrong about what that is. She stopped and faced him directly. It's not about who's stronger or faster or more aggressive. It's about who understands that true strength is knowing when not to use force. Every predator on my world learns this eventually, or they die exhausted chasing prey they can never catch. Thexilon was still processing. His forearms slowly lowered to his sides. You wanted me to attack you, Maya said softly. But I didn't need to. You attacked yourself. You exhausted yourself. You defeated yourself. I just had to wait and be patient. That's what my Deathworld taught me, Professor. Not how to fight, how to survive. And sometimes surviving means knowing that the greatest victory is the battle you never have to fight. The silence in the hall was profound. Finally, Combat Master Thexilon, the undefeated warrior, did something that shocked every student present. He lowered himself onto his 4 knees in the traditional Karathi gesture of respect to a superior. Teach me, he said. Maya Chen smiled for the first time since entering the combat circle. I thought you'd never ask. From that day forward, the Galactic Academy's combat curriculum included a new class, taught by an unlikely partnership between a legendary Karathi warrior and a quiet human girl from a Deathworld. They called it the Philosophy of Non-Motion, and it became the most sought-after course in the Academy. Because sometimes, the most powerful warriors are the ones who understand that true strength isn't about fighting at all.